Friday, January 27th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you, and we have our cold front moving through the region this morning, and it's really just entering the western part of the region as I'm cutting this video during the 4 o'clock hour this Friday morning. And as that front exits to the east, it's going to set us up for some pretty nice weekend weather, much brighter, nicer weekend for any outdoor plans you have this weekend compared to that chilly, kind of rainy weekend we had last weekend. Now, as this current edition of the video unfolds, I want to talk about what's going on for the next 5 to 7 days, and then at the end of this video, I'll spend some time talking about some February ideas. Let's take a look at the radar imagery this morning. Again, this is from about 4:30 this morning. You have some areas of showers out there. Very breezy, mild conditions through the night. Most of our temperatures were in the 60s, winds gusting 25 to 35 miles per hour through the night. And there's the broader radar perspective, and again, at the point I'm cutting this video, the actual cold front was right, well, I didn't draw that right about there, and moving east at a pretty good clip. In terms of watches and warnings, the only type of warning or advisory in effect for the Carolinas is a lake wind advisory. Down in South Carolina, it will be a pretty breezy day today. Now, in terms of severe weather, there is a slight risk of severe weather. That's your standard severe weather risk over the eastern Carolinas, up into eastern Virginia and the Delmarva Peninsula. And that would mainly be from some damaging wind potential, although if the line of thunderstorm activity gets organized, or you see a few discrete cells there could be a limited, brief spin-up tornado threat as well. There's a look at the upper air chart today. That big upper low that had been moving through the southern part of the country has gotten merged with a trough that's swinging through. Now let's go out to next week. There's a look at Thursday of next week, as it's probably about the timing of our next system. And notice some nice ridging going up along the west coast. More on that in just a moment. All right, here we go with the GFS. The cold front sweeping everything out to the east today, and that's going to give us a breezy, mild day. Any shower chances for the I-85 corridor over probably by daybreak, and then over for I-95 not that long thereafter as we get toward midday. And our highs today in the 60s with these breezy conditions, although you get over closer to the coast, some 70s could again be involved. Tomorrow, a little bit cooler, upper 50s and lower 60s, a lot of sunshine. Another little disturbance moves through, and that's going to cool us down a little bit more for Sunday and Monday. I think back to more typical late January temperatures on Sunday and Monday. Probably low, maybe mid-50s for highs Sunday, and a lot of us shy of 50 for highs on Monday with high pressure right overhead. Some lows getting down into the 20s. In many spots Sunday morning, and if you don't get there Sunday morning, you probably will Monday morning. Now, deeper into next week, temperatures modify. We'll see highs well up into the 50s probably Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday, the next system knocking on our door, and we probably will be able to, if that timing is correct, get some low 60s back in place briefly for Wednesday before that next system then moves in. And right now, the modeling is kind of leaning on Thursday as the best day for seeing showers with that next system. Now let's talk about the longer range. First of all, there's the day 8 to 10 average European model on the left, GFS on the right. You notice some ridging of the Rockies, troughing over the eastern part of the country, and that'll be as we look at the end of next week. That's what the day 8 to 10 period currently is. But let's go out a little bit further in time here. Here's all the way out at 240 hours off of the European model. And so this would be valid Sunday evening of next week, so Sunday evening the 5th. There's the ridging of the Rockies, but also note some ridging developing right along the west coast, all the way up into Alaska. Okay, that's one panel off one model, but let's go to the GFS, the same time frame. Notice that ridging is also evident on the GFS out at 240 hours. Then you go all the way out to the end of the 0Z GFS, 384 hours, and very well-defined ridging all the way up into Alaska. And if that does occur, that would definitely favor some colder air in the eastern part of the country. Now, there are really no signs of any blocking here near Greenland. So, this is not looking like a cold pattern that just blocks and locks and sits still for a while. But with that ridging going up near the Pacific coast, if that is correct, and we have seen that on the various models at times this winter, and it has had a hard time actually occurring. But as far as my memory is serving me this morning, this is the first time I remember seeing that pronounced of a ridge on both the GFS and the European model right up the west coast all the way up to Alaska. And so if that occurs, it would definitely favor some chillier air over the eastern part of the country as we get into February. So we will see. All right, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great Friday, a great weekend, and God bless.